Hello, and welcome to another reading. It's me, Kamilah Rose. Hi, Scorpios. How are you doing today? Welcome to our March videos. Yes, we are getting started. We are heading into the month of March. February flew by, and now it is time almost for the rebirth. So you've been sitting, hopefully doing a lot of reflecting, hopefully doing a lot of healing. And I know that we had to do some work as far as quite a bit of shadow work. Shadow work was almost kind of like the main theme of winter, which is, that tracks. But particularly for February. And now we're going to see what March has to bring for us. So hit that subscribe button, comment down below about what you're looking forward to for March. I know for me, it's spring equinox. It is the rebirth. It's Aries season. I love it. I'm ready for it. So let's see what's coming up for you, Scorpio. What's our main theme, our main card? What's the energy we're going to be working with? Ooh, okay, we get two. We get a Page of Swords. Okay, so you may be stepping into a student role, maybe learning a bit more, maybe starting some new classes, maybe doing a lot more reading. You're just going to maybe be in a more inquisitive space. And a Nine of Cups, which is happiness. So you're learning and you're happy. We love that. Let's get some clarifiers. All right, so we may have a new job that has maybe come up for us. A new form of income, or just made some money recently. We're in the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, which is money in the hand, which we love that for you. Ooh, clarifiers for that. Nine of Pentacles. This is a good month. This is a very nice month. Scorpio. Nine of Pentacles. So the things that you have done, the stuff you put in place, working out very well for you. Financially, you're feeling much more stable, much more secure, and as if you can actually enjoy the things that you have worked so hard for. Now, with the Seven of Wands, there is a desire to expand, to grow, and you may be defending some of your new actions. This may be against the King of Cups, but this King of Cups could also be used, Scorpio, as a water sign. So you may just be getting to a space where you're just more mature emotionally. All of this hard work, all of this stuff that you've kind of gone through, all of this learning and growing may have just pushed you into this space where you had to be more emotionally mature. And from that, you may find that because you feel more financially secure, you're able to feel a little bit more emotionally secure. Let's see what your second clarifier is. Temperance, balancing out your heart and your mind. We love that for you. This should be up right. I flipped it over. So with the Temperance card, we are finding that, I think this is definitely like a lovely match between a Page of Swords and a Nine of Cups, which is, all right, so I'm going to be curious and I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow. And I'm going to find the joy and happiness in that. I'm going to allow myself to feel better. So we go from the Seven of Wands to a Nine of Wands. There's a lot of nines here. Nine is very humanitarian. It is very much the energy of the individual who is almost at completion, almost reaching the goal, almost having learned all the lessons that come from that energy. So you may be feeling also that security that comes from knowing that like you've almost reached the culmination of your goal. You've almost reached where it is you want to be, and it takes just a little bit more. At the Nine of Wands, we get to see that this individual has fought off the naysayers. They have seen the manifestations come down, which is Eight of Wands. They've seen their hard work and their creativity actually appear in the world around them. It's something that is no longer within them. It's not held inside of them in their head or up in the heavens, in the ether. It's here, present in the world around them. And so now, it took some work to get here. This person is bandaged, but they're leaning I'd like to make a note about the Seven of Wands, not the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, about how those cards are leaning, they're resting upon the energy of what they've had to do. And so now it's like, okay, I'm almost done. It took a lot out of me, but I got there. Now we have another 7. So you may be I love the odd numbers. Odd numbers for me are growth numbers. They are the numbers that push you out of your comfort zone. They are the numbers that actually lead you towards a sense of fulfillment and completion. The even numbers give us a lot of sense of comfort, but they don't allow us to grow in the same way. It's a different form of growing. It's rooted and grounded in a different energy. This energy, odds energy, it's much more expansive. And so with this kind of fluctuation between these 9s and these 7s, is you're feeling more exploratory. So a 7 of Swords could be lying, cheating, stealing. But with this very nice Temperance card and this Page of Swords and this 9 of Cups, to me, this energy is leaning more towards, now that you've kind of found your creative flow, found what you want to focus your energy and intent on, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Now you're in this space where it's like, okay, let me be clever in how I go about this. Let me find new ways to explore and understand how I ended up in these circumstances. King of Swords, you may be stepping into a leadership role. You may have a leader who is, or a supervisor. King of Swords always gives me very like supervisor vibes. It gives me professor vibes, like a teacher. So a teacher may have shown up for you to be like, if you're showing up as the Page of Swords, there may be someone who's showing up as the King of Swords to help guide you, to help show you like, hey, I see that you've done all this hard work. Let me help you make those final steps. Let me get you to the end, that 10 of that energy. And so a balancing out of your heart and your mind comes from being able to not have to carry all of this load yourself. Let's see what your final card is for Clarifier Justice. Yeah, there's definitely maybe an air sign popping up for you. It may be a Libra Justice card, King of Swords card, but it also could be a Gemini that's very inquisitive. So with the Justice card being your final card, there may have been something that was definitely out of balance that has finally righted itself. Temperance is like balancing things out. Justice card is literally the scales. And so if you have put in the work, you will get what you desire from it, is what this card is saying. What you put in is what you put out. It is cause and effect. It is not around a moral status or anything like that. It is literally just a response of what has gone in and what has come out. If there has been some habits or some connections that you have had with folks, ooh, lots of swords here. Those habits, those connections may be being adjusted, especially if you took to heart the energy of the full moon in Virgo and was just like, I have to make these changes. Ace of Pentacles, like I have new opportunities coming my way. I know the areas I need to learn and brush on to get to where I want to be. I'm no longer going to be dragged down by petty squabbles. I'm going to be towards the end of this energy, the 7s, the 8s, the 9s, the 10s, the kings, the queens. I am moving forward in my life. I'm not going to start over in these ways because I want to be able to take advantage of these new financial or material opportunities coming up. Or I want to utilize what's already shown up in a way that serves me best and serves my community best. The Devil card can also just be, Temperance is Sagittarius. We already talked about Justice is Libra. The Devil card can also be, it's Saturn energy. It is Capricorn energy. It is you maybe perhaps needing to lean into the energy of doing the work, of attaching yourself to something that is difficult and requires quite a bit of discipline in order to be successful in it. And that could be the Justice. If you're heading into a law degree or anything that has to do with education, law, anything of that nature, communications, anything related to communications and education. If you're starting out somewhere, maybe you took on a new position, an entry-level position, maybe you took on, or maybe you started taking classes, like this is a commitment that, yes, will take time and energy, and maybe like attaching yourself to something that is very hard. It could put you out of balance into an unhealthy space, but it's like the choice that you're making in order to balance out, to weigh out the scales, to move forward in the way you want to. Queen of Swords is turning that energy. Oh, King of Swords is also the energy of meditation, mindfulness, clearing your mind, creating space, doing the work to actually do that. Oh, what a lovely spread. Queen of Swords is the energy of going within and getting your mind very clear for yourself, and understanding that like you have to have really good boundaries. You need to be able to communicate very well. You need to be able to express yourself, to build, strategize, and make plans. So this is very much why I was like, some of this, instead of the devil being like, oh, like per se negative attachments or attachments to unhealthy habits or addictions or situations, the addiction, the situation, the connection you may have been making was to your commitment to whatever this next step is, this next role, this next space you're moving into, with an understanding that you have to strategize in order to be successful in this endeavor, and that this is leading you towards either finding someone who may be able to serve as an empress, someone who's very supportive, very receptive, someone who helps you to grow in how you are and to plant the seeds towards this new thing, to give the nurturing ground for this Eight of Pentacles, this pentacle to be planted in. Or this may be you moving into a more supportive, nurturing space. So you understanding that a lot of this work that you're going to be doing is intellectually based, it's mind based, it's a lot of in your head work, which is why like it's giving very much student or professor or someone who does a lot of like putting together graphs and paperwork, so like researcher or administrative roles. And admin not necessarily has to be like receptionist, but like admin as in like manager, senior manager, things like that. All of those are administrative roles. So you could be entering in, perhaps you are becoming like a receptionist or someone who works front desk or something of that entry level, and you're moving your way up in order to be like a team lead or a manager or like a program, manager or something like that. But it's the hard work and dedication, the commitment to this desire to be able to elevate and grow. And it may just be that you're developing yourself, your mind, your spirituality. But whatever it is, this thing is linked to this mental development and balancing out of your emotions and your minds and creating a space to plant the seeds for what it is that you would like to grow. All right, let's get your outcome for the energy. Two of Wands. All right, so now we are looking at the world feels a little small. It may feel like it's time for me to explore. It's time for me to have some adventures. We get into this Queen of Cups. We're looking at this self-care queen. We have a King of Cups. We have a Queen of Cups. It's understanding that I have to take care of my emotional health just as much as I'm taking care of all of this mental health. The Strength card, following your instincts, trusting your instincts. That's Leo energy, and the Knight of Pentacles. It's time for me to move forward. You've kind of done, so this may be a very short period of like education, or like maybe you dig in for a month to learn a skill, and then it's like, okay, I've learned this skill. It's time for me to grow. It's time for me to move past this. I want to make sure I maintain my emotional stability, and I'm feeling the instinct. I'm feeling the call to go and to plant the seed, to move forward. Depending on which system of tarot you use, the Knight of Pentacles could serve as the final card as the of the minor arcana before we get to the Fool. So this may be all the prepping before you jump into your next big thing, before you actually like take the leap of faith. And so this could be that final preparation stage, which is why you have so much of the 7s and the 9s, like very on that ending side of the cycle of the minor arcana, moving towards that like page energy, that king energy, that queen energy, that knight energy. But it could be like that final bit of skill building or education, or being in this role that you needed to like really take that leap towards your next step. So this is kind of a prep month, but it's a good month. The energy is very nice for you. It will be very highly like intellectual. You may be in your head having a lot of thoughts, but you're balancing out that pretty well with your emotions, while also feeling that like that drive, that energy, that passion towards what it is that you're doing. So stay focused this month. Maybe there's not a lot of cups here, and there's definitely not a lot of fun energy. There's a 9 of Cups, which is happiness, but there's not a lot of going out and things like that. It could be the seriousness of the Devil card. So yes, find the balance in that. Make sure you're finding the joy in that. And that's a little bit of what's coming up with this Queen of Cups, is needing to get a little bit more in balance as far as like your own emotional well-being. But stay balanced, stay in the zone, because this is like the last step before you take this next leap, okay? All right, I love you, Scorpio. I will talk to y'all later. Have a great one. Bye.